All right, I'm back. I don't think I'm gonna do the show long today. Just, I'm just annoyed. Let me see. Give me a second, y'all. Make sure YouTube boot up. Didn't boot up yet. There we go. All right. Let me see. Give me a minute. Yeah, I'm annoyed. Oh, give me a second. All right. I think I'm gonna just read. I'm gonna just go and read my blog, and then I'm gonna just leave it there. Just annoyed. It's like people accept things. People accept anything that they're told, and they attack you because their feelings about something is not the same as yours. And one thing that if any of y'all that watch my show, I care about how everybody feel about this game. I care about everybody that have a feeling about this game. They want the game to be different, or have different things that they want. But then you got these people that try to keep you quiet. You got these people that they just want you to be silent. They're like, no, be quiet. And I'm like, yo, when y'all be saying things, nobody tell y'all to be quiet, but y'all want me as like y'all scared my voice might do something, some damage or something. It's crazy. Jokers like coming out the woodwork attacking me, saying we do this every day. And then the emotional part, emotional. Do you know what emotional is? It's like really annoying. And people that I have respect for, that I thought I should have respect for. I'll put it that way. They don't have respect for people that you see as their seniors. I'm not saying that they supposed to, but the way my son is taught, anyone's older than him that's an adult or anything like that, he must give them respect. You ain't got to be disrespected. If somebody say something through disrespect, give me a second. I don't know what. Give me a second. Yeah, my son, he don't. We don't do the respect. I mean, disrespect thing. And some people just, it's like they hate people for being older or they're being they're seniors. And I'm like, yo, you like really disrespectful me. If I don't agree with somebody that's older than me, I will say it in a way that it's not confrontational or disrespectful. But then you get these people that's disrespectful because you're being passive about it, and they passive aggressive about it. And my thing is, I guess they see, oh, he's not he's a boxer, so I could keep. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. He's an old boxer, so I could keep talk. It's like you try to get emotional, you try to get something out of it. It just get annoying. It's not what I do is not about feeling. Yeah, I'm passionate about boxing. I'm passionate about a boxing game. If you're not passionate about a boxing game or boxing, that's on you. But you cannot tell me or temper what I like. You ain't gotta watch my podcast or anything. It's like y'all be trying to critique people to think the way y'all think. And to me, when the way y'all think like slaves. 100%. I don't care how y'all feel. I'm at that point. I don't care. I do not care. Y'all think like slaves. Y'all think like anything. Thank you, Master. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you give us the leftovers? Thank you. That's how y'all sound. It annoys me. I try to be humble and respectful to y'all. Till y'all get disrespectful. I try to be real humble. Because I'm a humble person. Anybody that know me, I'm humble. But y'all be taking things to another level of disrespect. It's passive aggressiveness. Y'all try to say things being slick. I have a right to say how I feel, what ideas I have. That because you don't have a lot of ideas, that's on you. That's your problem. You don't have ideas to give companies. And like I said, my show is not about Steel City. It's about a company that's making a boxing game. Any company that's making a boxing game. That's what my show is about. Yes, I'm calling it my show today. Y'all just annoying. It's like really annoying. It's like if it ain't something that you really enjoy, you want everybody to be quiet, accept it. It's like accept it. It's nothing you can do. When I say things, it's not for one company. And my thing is, Undisputed 2 is going to be trash too, 100%. Undisputed is going to be trash. It's two reasons why it's going to be trash. You got super casual fans and MMA players. I'm gonna say it exactly the way it is because they want you to be quiet because you're a boxing fan. Boxing is not really fun. It should be tweaked like this. It's like y'all, it like really bothers me that y'all so disrespectful like that. Like nobody can have their opinion. I invite people to have their own opinion on the show. I don't care if you disagree with me or not. But then when you start sniping, it's like saying stuff slick stuff, that's when it becomes a problem. It's like when y'all see, y'all talk all this garbage about Steel City. Steel City this, Steel City that, Steel City this, Steel City that. Then as soon as somebody from Steel City pops up in the Discord, everybody turn into slaves. Be quiet, Massa here. Want a Massa children here. That's how y'all act. I don't care how you feel about it at this point. I do not care. None of y'all could beat me. 3 of y'all, 4 of y'all can't beat me. It's annoying at this point. It's like nobody can have an opinion. You're a conspiracy theorist. I could back up everything that I talk about. Even when I give ideas, I create systems. And y'all don't know the language when I say systems. Like, what are you saying? Systems? Is he talking about a PlayStation? No, systems. Look it up. I'm not sitting here explaining, but y'all try to attack me. And that's bothering me. Y'all come as friends. Y'all come as, hey, I respect us, I respect the OG. But y'all real disrespectful. Y'all extremely disrespectful. I'm like, I always like when Beats be saying stuff about certain people, I be like, nah, Beats, or I like Beats being a little over the top about things. Now I'm like, yo, was he really over the top? Was he really over the top? I'm like, really, I'm like, yo, because I be saying like, yo, everybody got their opinion and stuff like that. Basically, I was like, I always be like on people's sides. I always like look at it from both sides. But how can I look at something from both sides when I say something? It's like I'm committed a crime. It's like I'm committed a crime. I'll be having ideas that I'll be putting on my show and stuff. Literally. Y'all can say what y'all want, chat, GPT, or whatever. Like I tell you, I'm a writer first. A lot of my stuff I write out, and I might use chat, GPT to help me. I write lines of data, lines of paragraphs. And because I might make some errors in my spelling or grammar, I use chat GTP. But y'all always try to like, oh, Poe use AI for everything. Poe this, Poe that. No, when you do that, you trying to belittle what I say or do. You trying to belittle my intelligence. Y'all trying to be, that's what I always hated. A silent person. I get mad at my son because my son, he's the total opposite of how I was when I grew up. I was silent. I was respectful to everybody. I was everybody's friend. But some people were scared of me just because. My son, he's outspoken. And I tell my son, living where we live, in the area that we live, in the culture that we live, you can't be overly outspoken. You know why I don't go out? I don't like be out all the time in the streets because somebody say something slick to me, I'm knocking them out. Call me old man or whatever, I'm knocking them out. It's just like I'm like, yo, every time I try to reach out to people like what we would call an olive branch for peace. I reach out to people. I try to bring the community together. But it's always those people that act like they want to be a community, but they want to control the narrative. I'm not following behind nobody. I never was a follower. I never was a follower. Yeah, I never was a follower. Jay, man, y'all got you and Jews made me upset today, man. Y'all made me kind of upset. I was like, cause I was like, yo, I see y'all, I respect y'all, I highly respect y'all. Even when Beast be talking about y'all, I really be talking. I'll be like, yo, man, nah, man. I'll be like, you know, trying to calm it down because everybody has their own opinion. But when people act like, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist and you that, I'm digging. I always dig. I know how developers work. Even when what's called him, I forget it, pound for pound was saying what he was saying in the chat. I know he was being slick. He was being slick. That was his job for the day. His thing was to change perception. That's what they get some developers to do. He started talking and started saying certain things. I said, yo, man, I know these words. I know what you're doing. Exactly. You know, I know it's, but it felt like when you said it, and then pound for pound, he like, yeah, see, like what Jay said. And I'm like, yo, man, you know what you're saying is wrong. Because pound for he trying to create a narrative that I don't know what I'm talking about. I 100% know what I'm talking about. Even when it comes to the development part, I make it my duty to see what can be done. And he said, you know, you don't know. Then he said, the studio about everybody in the studio is a boxing fan. That's a lie. That's 100% a lie. Aimbot said it. Everybody in the studio is not a boxing fan. He said that day one. What they got, 70 new people in the studio that's boxing fans now? I think it's only what they said, probably like 7 people, if that are boxing fans in the studio. So he lied about that. He was saying a lot of lies. I was catching him on. He said it's a studio. I said, man, that slogan played out, man. A boxing game made for a boxing game made by boxing fans for boxing fans. That's a lie. That's a lie, 100% lie. And he was saying all the things. Then he act like I wasn't taught. Aimbot told this joker. That's what made me mad. Aimbot was telling him. Yeah, he talked to Ash all the time. Ash said this and Ash said that. And he said, well, you really don't know what Ash was going through. You don't even know how he started the studio. I talked to Ash. Ash reached out to me. He told me the whole story. He told me the whole story of how everything started. How he got the funding and everything. He don't realize I was sending a lot of boxes over there to Steel City. It just bothered me when people like, you should just, you know, basically like you should just sit down and just leave it alone. No, I'm passionate about this. I'm passionate about this. And what I do is not for Steel City only. They're not the only company that watch my videos. They're not the only ones that watch my videos. And I apologize to y'all that listening to my show and y'all see that I'm upset. You know, I usually don't let myself get upset, but then when you trust, my thing is when you have somebody you look at as friends or a friend, and then they say something disrespectful to you, I would have respected more. I would respect it more if what's up, Box of You? I would respect it more if Juice said something to me in my DMs or something. But it's like you doing things just to get a reaction out of me. It's like you doing things in the Discord to say, shut up, nigga. And I never talk like that. And I never talk like that. But he act like he wants me to shut up. Like you should. And then this what really got me. and I was baiting. I baited the developer. I forget his name, but it's he got in the things. It's something else, but it's pound for pound. He's one of the developers. He said I'm old. He said I'm old too. Cause I was like, yo, man, I'm older than you. He said I'm older too. I'm old too. So that shows you that the company is not full of young people developing the game. Their thing is, y'all shouldn't be playing a video game. It's our era. Video games started in my era. Why shouldn't I be playing them? Why shouldn't I? That's the weirdest thing to me in my life. My son never been like, "Bah, you're too old. You shouldn't be playing a video game." Because he know that's all I do. I'm a gamer. A lot of y'all probably think I just play boxing games. That's crazy. But it just bothered me. Salute to you, John taught me. Salute to you, Box Eye View. And shout out to JMMA for popping in. Because you could have stayed out. Because you could have been like, yo, Poe acting a fool. I ain't going in there. I'm not saying that. But shout out to you, man. I appreciate you. It's just that I felt betrayal because my thing is I reach out to guys. I try to patch up stuff like with King Juice. I was trying to piece up with him. And this thing, like, he always find a way to attack me. And we've pieced up. And we like, all right, we're adults. Why are you attacking me? My opinion, it shouldn't bother you. My opinion should not bother anybody. Because there's people in the Discord that don't think like me, and I don't attack them. It's like, yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. Let me read some of my blogs. Hopefully that could calm me down. And it's weird when I get upset about something because I don't get upset about everything. I may be frustrated about it, but I do not get frustrated. It's my thing is when you think somebody is you look at them as a friend or something like that, or you respect them and then they be disloyal, that's where the problem becomes. Let me see who this is. Give me. All right. Yes. 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 I'm on my show right now. Thank you. I appreciate you calling. Cause I was angry, I was upset. I appreciate you calling. Give me a second, y'all. Yeah. Apologize about that. It seemed like my wife could know when I'm upset. I guess we like that. We like that, twins type stuff. She know when I'm upset, and she just called from out of the sky blue. That's weird. It's weird and it's not weird. Let me see what just saying in the chat. Let me see how many people I appreciate y'all. Two people watching. Two is better than none. I guess y'all heard me ranting and raving and going all that. What I was doing, I apologize. It just bothers me that, when you see somebody a certain way, then something else happened. All right. All right. Access changes the temperature. When developers show up in a Discord and start talking directly to fans, a psychological shift happens. Access changes the temperature. The moment a dev steps into a space and casually, it feels personal. The studio stops being a company and starts being that guy who answered my question. I know the game plan. That's why I be telling people, everybody be thinking that, even him. I don't know what Will is telling them or whatever. Will should have been like, yo, he knows more than what you keep giving him credit for. I had access to Brizzo and all of those guys. I was talking to them guys sometime late at night when they was working doing overtime. I don't have no reason to lie. What do I benefit? What do I benefit? That's what be getting me mad about a lot of these guys. They think I benefit from something. I'm not trying to be a super content creator. I don't care about that. I'm not, I don't want to be popular. Don't care about that. All I care is about getting a boxing game that represent the sport authentically, realistically. I just want a game that I could say, wow, they did it. And they fooled us. They fooled us. I really can't see Undisputed 2 doing great. I know it's not gonna sell 1 million copies right out the box. And y'all gonna say, you know why this? And this is the excuse people gonna make. It ain't sell 1 million copies because Undisputed 1, everybody was starving for a game. Stop. Nah, stop. Y'all can't go there. That's y'all making excuses for Steel City. If they make a great game, the numbers will come immediately. All right. Access change the temperature. The moment a dev steps into a space and speaks casually, it feels personal. The studio stops being a company and starts being that guy who answered my questions. That creates social proximity, perceived loyalty, a sense of being chosen or heard. And once that happens, criticism starts to feel like attacking a person instead of evaluating a product. And once that happens, criticism starts to feel like attacking a person instead of evaluating a product. You don't want to feel like you're attacking the developers. And that's what happens. Like people go into defense mode. And I wasn't really attacking, I forget the dev name. And he keeps saying, how am I keep forgetting? He said, you know who I am. He keeps saying that. He said that at least 3 or 4 times. But I keep forgetting because they keep changing their names up. I don't make it my job to keep saying what names they don't choose in the Discord. All right. Criticism becomes social risk. Criticism becomes social risk. In public spaces like Discord, people don't want to look negative in front of the dev. They don't want to lose access. They don't want to be labeled toxic. So you'll see fans who were frustrated suddenly soften their tone or flip entirely. And my thing is, I'm going to stick with the survey thing. I don't had at least 5. I'm gonna say five, but it was more that said a survey will make them be accountable. A survey will make them be accountable. I know y'all say, nah, man, they're gonna do what they want anyway. A survey will keep them accountable. You know why? We're not talking about the company itself. When the publishers and the shareholders and the investors, when they see what the survey is, what how people are filling out the survey, they're gonna say, oh, we gotta y'all gotta do this, because that's their money. All that junk that he was saying in there, that's crap. We got a section for feedback. Man, that's PR. That's PR stuff. That's noise. To the developers, that's noise. And the only person that was doing it right, and I'm talking from my experience, people keep acting like I don't have experience as a moderator, senior moderator. What he was doing as a community manager, which I was being trained for, when he was gathering numbers, he was saying vote. He was vote. So voting would have been the same thing that would have happened with a survey. But with a survey, it's a better thing to do than what they were doing in the Discord. All that feedback stuff and all that, nobody don't care about that. It sounds good. What it is it makes the community feel comfortable. I know. It makes you feel comfortable, like you're being heard. It makes you comfortable and make you feel like you're being heard. When they're already, a lot of times, you don't catch them early. This I learned. This is what I learned. You catch them early because there's a process. They have ideas. Then they have they have meetings. What are we going to put in the game? Then they have another meeting. All these different things. I know these things. But y'all would say, how do you know? You're not part of a team. Because EA developers, 2K developers used to let people know. If you ask, people don't ask the right questions. Nobody asks the right questions. My thing is, y'all look at me as toxic, the people that want me to be quiet because I'm not pushing their agendas. I may never be an online player. And if the next game is just online only and esports, I will not buy it. I will not support it. And I'm pretty sure probably 30 or 40% of the people will not support it. Everybody, nobody ain't gonna force themselves to play an online game only. Nobody's gonna force themselves to play an online game only. Sports game. Cause y'all gonna say, well, this game and that game. No, a sports game. Let me see what y'all saying. What's up, Boxing Lounge? Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you on Precisely. Yeah, man. Must be getting me mad. I was a little upset. I even lost my voice because I was up there yelling. All right. Tribal identity kicks in. The tribal identity kicks in. When a developer interacts directly with a subset of fans, it unintentionally creates an in group. We understand the vision. You're just impatient. You don't know how hard game development is. I 100% know how it is. Just because I don't have the money to create a game, I know what it is. I know what it is. My thing is, I like to talk to people. I know it's like it puzzles people, like, or surprise people. Poe talking to developers? They really talking to him? If y'all would see some of the posts that I put up, how many developers in the LinkedIn actually look at my posts and actually like my posts? Some of them, say different things to me. Some of the things I'm not going to talk about. All right. Now the debate isn't about clinching systems, inside fighting, AI tendencies, or career death. It's about defending the tribe. It's about defending the tribe. Once it becomes a tribal, logic takes a back seat. And once it becomes tribal, logic takes a back seat. The illusion of progress. Another thing that happens. A dev says, we're aware, or it's complicated, or switching engines solve deeper issues, or switching engines solves deeper issues. Nah, it doesn't. It sounds good on the surface, but it doesn't. It's up to them with their development. That alone can calm people, even if nothing concrete has changed yet. This joker was trying to call me out on things. He's really trying to call me out. He even the way he was saying things like, "You didn't really talk to Ash." That's what I got from what he was saying. You didn't really talk to Ash. You think you talked to Ash. That's the mind games he was trying to play. That's the mind games he was trying to play. Communication can feel like progress, but communication is not implementation. Communication can feel like progress, but communication is not implementation. The boxing angle makes it worse. Boxing fans already defense. Boxing fans are already defensive because the sport itself is often disrespected or misrepresented in mainstream media and games. So when a studio says we're trying, fans want to believe. I really want Steel City to do good. But at this point, I don't care. I don't care. I think I'm gonna take my act to LinkedIn more and on Twitter. Think I'll stay there. They want the game to succeed. They want boxing to win. Hope can override skepticism. Hope can override skepticism. The mature middle ground. There's nothing wrong with supporting developers, appreciating communication, and being patient. But there's also nothing wrong with holding companies accountable, expecting advertised features, wanting authentic representation of boxing. You can support a studio and still demand death. You can't appreciate transparency and still critique systems. Those two things are not enemies. The real red flag isn't fans being upset, it's fans attacking other fans for asking for better mechanics. It's fans attacking other fans for asking for better mechanics. And the thing about when people repeat things, it gets stuck in your mind. It creates patterns. People go to church every Sunday all their life. They're pulling in data. They can quote the Bible because they pulled in data. Somebody go to school that actually went to school and went there to learn. They're pulling in data. So people always trying to dispute what I was saying, dispute what I say when I say certain things. And my thing is, even if I showed y'all names, I showed y'all the conversations, y'all still gonna say something. I saw it happen in the Discord. When I was told, and I said, yo, I'm about to get an interview with this guy. No, I wasn't an interview. This guy was saying something. And I posted in the Discord, but I blocked out his name. And they said, yo, that's messed up. You posted what he said to you in private. That's crazy. I said, but you just said I don't be talking to developers. You just said I'm making up stuff. But I blocked out his name and everything and showed you the conversation. And then you made a big thing out of it. Because y'all don't want me to be right. I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be wrong about Steel City. I don't want to be wrong about Steel City. But everything that I see is it's going to repeat what they're doing. Everything that I'm seeing, it's going to be a repeat. It's going to be worse. Let me see. All right. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. All right. Give me a second. People, let me see. Where was that? A conspiracy requires secret plots, because people call me a conspiracy theorist. A conspiracy requires secret plots and imaginary connections. I reference public statements. I have them. I reference public statements. I have 100% have them. Public financial filings. Public interviews and Ash interviews. He keep repeating things. He keeps saying certain words. In Ash interviews, when he get interviewed by somebody, there's somebody that's watching him and making sure he doesn't say the wrong thing. Sean Porter said it. He's like, somebody be watching Ash and making sure that he don't say certain things. He said, at first I wasn't really paying attention, but I noticed it. Let me see. Public promises, public timelines. All these things I know. Well, it's not that I don't know all of them about with Steel City, but I know these are the different things that you could find yourself if you do research. I know y'all be saying, hey, you're doing too much digging. Is that really healthy? But my thing is, no matter what I say or what I do, if it doesn't go along with what your perception of how Steel City should be run, it's gonna go against it. That's why I don't go all out my way to prove points. And like someone told me, if you're doing journalism or anything, you don't supposed to give up your sources, even though I do sometimes. He said, don't give up your sources. For one, you're going to make it bad on yourself in the industry. I might be able to get some secret stuff, but they say, oh, if I tell him something, he's going to go back and tell everything. He's going to put me out there, make me lose my job. And no, I'm not trying to make nobody lose their job. All right. That's not conspiracy. That's research. If someone can go look at the information themselves, verify it independently, and come to their own conclusions, then by definition, it isn't a conspiracy theory. By definition, it isn't a conspiracy theory. If you could look up reference public statements, public financial filings, public interviews, public promises, public timelines, it's not conspiracy. It's analysts. Now, the next thing I hear is you keep repeating yourself. I'm tired of the complaining. You're too emotional. When I'm in the Discord, I'm never emotional. Just because I say certain things, how can you add emotion to what somebody type out? I don't put no exclamation point or any of that. So how you gonna attach emotion to what I say? It's not even written out with an emotional attachment to it. If something hasn't been addressed, it will be discussed more than once. If something hasn't been addressed, it will be discussed more than once. That's how accountability works. When a feature is marketed heavily and then either under delivered or removed, repeating that point isn't obsession. It's conspiracy. When a feature is marketed heavy and then either underdeveloped and removed, repeating that point isn't obsession. It's consistency. I say conspiracy. Consistency. They're consistently taking away things. And being passionate about boxing, being represented properly is not emotional instability. And being passionate about boxing, being represented properly is not emotional instability. It's care. The interesting part is this. When someone praised the studio repeatedly, nobody calls that repetitive. When someone praises the studio repeatedly, no one calls that repetitive. When someone defends the company emotionally, nobody calls that too invested. When someone defends the company emotionally, nobody calls that too invested. But when someone critiques systems, suddenly it's conspiracy and negativity. That's not about tone. That's about discomfort. I don't attack developers personally. I critique decisions, systems, and execution. If pointing to documented facts makes people uncomfortable, that says more about the environment than it does about me. You don't have to agree with me, but disagree with the information. not with labels. If you believe I'm wrong, bring counter evidence, bring specifics, bring timelines. That's how adults debate. And please don't give me what the developer told you to repeat. Please don't tell me what the developer told you to repeat. I know how things work. Dismissing research as conspiracy because you're tired of hearing it is not a rebuttal. It's an avoidance. It's avoidance. I care about boxing. I care about authenticity. I care about accountability in an industry that often hides behind marketing language. And that's another thing about the survey. It makes Still City have accountability. And pound for pound knew what he was saying when he said it. I'm not talking about you, Leafy. Pound for pound knew what he was doing. With a survey, especially if it's third party, and people, I know a lot of people that third party part goes over their head. When it's a third party, you get a company that's not affiliated with Still City to make the survey. So they can't frame it the way they want to. That's what my point I was trying to make when I keep saying third party. But that went over a lot of people's heads. And Westcom knew it. Pound for pound knew it. He knew it. He was like, this guy know too much. I gotta make him seem like he's dumb or he is an idiot. A third party company should do a survey. It's like a lot of people are really scared of a survey. Like what he was saying with that AI stuff, that was crap. He was like, we don't need to do a survey because AI could do it. It could gather the data. Who writes when they play a game? I'm this age. I'm that age. I'm black. I'm Spanish. I'm this. I'm that. It's like he playing mind games. Like I know what AI is capable of doing on every level. I know. But he started playing games. I'm like, yo, this joker really playing me like I'm a little child. He like was really playing me like I was a child. There's nowhere in the world he can know anything about game development. My son went to school to be a game developer, idiot. My son went to school to be a developer. He's like, yeah, I'm going to school to be a developer. First, he went to school to be an artist. And then while he was in school, he's like, I might as well do the for the games and stuff. He did it in high school. Then he went to college. I think he went for a year and then he dropped out. I care about boxing. I care about authenticity. I care about accountability in an industry that often hides behind marketing language. I care about accountability in an industry that often hides behind marketing language. Everything they do is marketing. They have become a marketing machine. If that makes me repetitive, so be it. So be it. My thing is, if you think I'm saying something, just block me. Just ignore me. Like, daggone, it's you serious? Consistency is only annoying when the issue hasn't been fixed. Should players take everything developers say seriously? Should players take everything developers say seriously? Yes, but it's but yes, take it as guaranteed truth. No, don't take it as guaranteed truth. Take it seriously, but don't take it as guaranteed truth. Developers are not evil masterminds, but they are also not neutral narrators. They speak from marketing strategy, budget limitations, team capability, publisher pressure. See this see this right here is where I'm keep trying to tell people that keep saying the survey is a waste of time. Surveys are good for publishers, investors, and shareholders. All of them can push the team to make the game they want. Oh, this is what fans want. This got to be in the game. We will make more money. And my thing is, a lot of the ideas that I have, it keeps retention. A lot of the ideas that I make, it keeps the gamers' attention with the game. It retains them. Sometimes they generally believe what they're saying. Sometimes they're repeating what leadership approved them to say. Sometimes they're buying time. Game development is complicated. Communication around it is even more complicated. So the mature stance is respect what they say, verify what they say, watch what they do. Execution is the only real proof, 100%. What a dev says, that's impossible. When a dev says that's impossible, this is where fans get frustrated. If older sports games did it, other modern studios are doing it, different engines are doing it, then impossible usually doesn't mean impossible. It usually means not possible with our current team size, not possible with our tech stack, not possible with our budget, not possible within our deadline, not possible without rewriting systems. Rewriting systems, they got to do that regardless when they transfer over. That's why we need to talk to them now. The budget, that's the publisher, shareholders, and the investors. That's different. There's a huge difference between it can't be done and we can't do it right now. There's a huge difference between it can't be done and we can't do it right now. Fans are right to question absolute statements when history contradicts them. But fans also underestimate how much tech debt, staff limits, and pipeline restraints matter. Give me a second. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Oh, okay. Appreciate you, John Torton. Let me see. Comparing studios. When people say other companies are more advanced, that's true sometimes. A studio like 2K or EA has larger AI teams, dedicated physics engineers, decades of priority tools, specialized animation pipelines, budget for iterations. And this is a question I asked still, 2K developer. No names will be said, so don't get upset for me saying this out. When they were saying that a lot of the animations and stuff they tweak, but they got a catalog for animations and stuff. Each year when they do redo 2K, make another 2K, they add more animations. So they got a whole catalog. But then I said, hold up. So whatever y'all did that y'all had to learn, y'all learned this. So a company should be able to do what y'all took years to perfect in one development cycle. And they never thought about it that way. And I was right. I was 100% right. What another company goes through that they're struggling with in the past, newer companies should be able to do it easy. Smaller studios might not. But here's the important part. Scale explanation limitation. Scale explains, excuse me. Scales explain limitations. It does not excuse misleading marketing. It does not excuse misleading marketing. If a studio makes realism at AAA levels, fans will compare them to AAA standards. That's fair. If a studio markets realism at AAA levels, fans will compare them to AAA standards. That's fair. And we pay AAA prices. Ash can't keep saying we're indie company when we're paying AAA prices. The memory of past sports games. Fans remember deep franchise moves. Yup. Edible sliders. Yes. Ref systems. Inside fighting. Clinch control. A lot of old games had it. Presentation depth. If something exists 15 and 20 years ago, fans naturally ask, why is this harder now? Sometimes the answer is engine shift. Sometimes it's design direction. Sometimes it's scope creep. Sometimes it's manpower. But dismissing fans for remembering history is a mistake. Sports gamers have long memories. The healthy mindset. Don't blindly believe, don't blindly assume malice either. Instead, listen carefully. Compared to past results, track delivery versus promises. Separate marketing language from implementation. Separate marketing language from implementation. And most importantly, judge the shipped product, not the Discord statements, not the dev's reassurance, not the engine switch, the build. That's the only thing that matters. Let me ask you something honestly. Are you feeling like dev communication is being used more as a shield than than transparency? Because if that's what you're sensing, that's a different discussion and a deeper one. Let me see. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. What's up, Lamont Davis? Appreciate you popping through. Yeah, that's good. You popping in. I appreciate it. Hit the like button when you pop back out, though. Hit the like button, please. Nobody hit the like button. Let me see how many people popped in. Excuse me. At 29 people pop in here. Nobody hit that like button. Hit that like button, please. Please hit the like button. I just want the algorithm. I don't care about, me getting the different people in here. Oh, all right, Lamont. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Be having like 30, 40 people. Sometimes I be like certain times I get like 200 or 300 people and only like 10 people hit the like button. I'm like, yo, hit the like button. But appreciate you, man. I hope you and the family doing well, man. Hope you and the family enjoying yourself. I'm huge on family dynamics, Let me see. Sure. You I'm a huge family man. If my wife called me and she's not here, she's at work, and she called me because she felt something was wrong. So I'm huge on family. My wife, called me. She was like, telling me different things and she was trying to see what's going on. So she felt something was wrong. Because I don't get angry. That's one thing. That's one thing my wife get upset with me about. She said I don't get angry fast. But the thing is with me, when something annoys me, it starts building up. I might not talk about it immediately, but it's like somebody keep poking you, and you get tired of it, and then you just snap. That's how I am. I might let you say something slick 2 or 3 times, but the fourth time you're gonna find yourself getting up. That's how I just snap. And it depends on the situation. I might get you on the first one. All right. Should players take everything developers say seriously? Take it seriously. Don't take it as gospel. Respect the statement, verify the results. Words are intense. The ship build is reality. Yeah, man. Just annoyed today. When a developer says something is impossible, should fans believe that? These are our questions, y'all. I'm reading off questions. When a developer says something is impossible, should fans believe that? Impossible almost never means impossible. It usually means not with this team, not with this budget, not with this timeline, not with rebuilding systems. That's different. Fans are right to question absolutes. Fans are right to question absolute. My thing is, I really don't think I want Undisputed 2 to be the best game ever, but I just can't see it. Because I already see the mindset. Even if this game worked and didn't have the bugs and everything, it would still be bad. It'll still be bad because they don't believe. They don't want the clinching in the ring. They don't want inside fighting, real inside fighting. They literally had it. They stopped working on it. Other developers like, why did they stop working on the inside fighting? Why did they stop working on the clinching? Why did they keep a referee out the ring? I knew all of that. Why they kept the referee out? Because they wanted to make sure that the flow kept going. They wanted that arcade experience. I don't care how people try to change it up. It's not going to be arcade experience. Yes, it is. If the referee is not in the ring, the referee is there for a reason. Not no cut scene or none of that. The referee is in the ring. And all that is hard to do. That's bull crap. That's crap. WWE 2K has, I think, 7 or 8 people in the ring at one time. WWE has 7 or 8 people in the ring at one time. So you telling me it's hard to put a referee in the ring? I can't believe that. I seen these 1 developer, 2 developer guys. They're putting referees in the ring. So I can't believe what Steel City is saying. If older sports games did something 15 and 20 years ago, why can't modern games? Answer: sometimes they can, sometimes they don't prioritize. Sometimes pipelines change. Sometimes teams shrink. But history matters. Fans remember past death. It's not unreasonable. But history matters. Fans remembering past death is not unreasonable. Are fans wrong for comparing smaller studios to AAA companies? Steel City is not a small studio. It's small compared to EA and their massive amount of games. EA had many games and stuff like that, and they still probably put a small team on Fight Night. Yeah, it says in the credits for Fight Night champion, they have 500, or I forget the number. It's between 400 and 500. They had that many people working on the game, but they did little things. It wasn't like they would like did massive development. The team that was like literally developing the team, I think it was like 30 people, like 30 or 40 people. But then you had other people from the other games that they had come in and they do little things, tweaks and stuff. Are fans wrong for comparing smaller studios to AAA companies? It depends. If a studio markets AAA realism, fans will compare them to AAA standards. That's fair. If the studio position itself as an indie and limited expectations shift, that's what Steel City was hoping for. They was hoping that they could market themselves as indie, and all of that shifts the blame. Everybody have everybody they just won't attack Steel City. Hey, they're an indie company. We're not gonna mess with them. They're an indie company, but they're not an indie company. Marketing sets the comparison level. Marketing, see these are key words. Marketing. Marketing sets the comparison level. Is it toxic to question a studio? No. Personal attacks are toxic. System critiques is not. Accountability is not hate. Why do some studios subtly defend everything when devs enter Discord? Oh, I said that wrong. Why do some fans suddenly defend everything when devs enter a Discord? Social psychology. That's what it's called. Social psychology. Direct interaction creates loyalty. Loyalty turns critiques into attacks. Nobody wants to look negative in front of a dev. Access creates tone. Access creates tone. Is repeating concerns obsession? Is repeating concerns obsession? Not if the concern hasn't been resolved. Repeating without change is consistency. Repeating after results is obsession. That's a difference. Are developers lying? Some will say usually no, but they may be optimistic, guarded, limited in what they can say. Repeated leadership's messaging. Intent and outcomes aren't always aligned. Intent and outcomes aren't always aligned. Should fans trust engine switches as proof of improvement? Should fans trust engine switches as proof of improvement? An engine switch is potentially not proof. An engine switch is potentially not proof. Unreal, Unity, proximity, proprietary, daggone. None of that guarantees better AI, deeper systems, authentic mechanics. Design choices matter more than engine branding. All right. Is it emotional to care about boxing being represented correctly? Is it emotional to care about boxing being represented correctly? It's emotional if it becomes personal attacks. It's passion if it stays focused on systems. Caring about authenticity isn't weakness, it's investment. What's the mature stance? Answer: listen, analyze, compare to history, wait for execution, judge the product, not the promises. Judge the product, not the promises. I'm gonna read a couple more. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Salute, Lamont Davis. Yeah. Hold up, you missed yesterday. I was looking for you, Lamont Davis. I was like, Dad, go on. I think you missed yesterday. I know you got family. Did you pop it yesterday? I don't remember. I know one day we didn't see you, and that was strange for everybody. They're like, Lamont not here. But shout out to you. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate everybody that popped in and they supporting the show. I appreciate y'all. You know, without y'all, man, I'll be like, man, bumping. Probably be writing more than what I do now. But I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna read a couple more. If nobody pops in here, I'm gonna end the show. Let me see. Oh, I don't even know why I hit this. Loaded the Discord because I want to see this guy's name. I keep forgetting his name. And once I say his name, y'all gonna know who I'm talking about. He had another name before. Oh. Let me see. is, give me a minute. Let me see. Yo, dude on some weirdo stuff. Yeah, he on some weirdo stuff. It's some punch guy, but he had a different name. I forget it was his original name. Let's see what old dude saying. Not true at all. He agreed with me. Yeah, he agreed with me. Let me see. All right. Thought you left, John. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here. Let me see. If developers are aware of the problems, why would they repeat them in a sequel? Awareness doesn't equal capability. Awareness does not equal capability. A studio can know exactly what's wrong and still lack the engineering bandwidth, the animation manpower, the AI architecture, the time to rebuild core systems. Sequels often reuse foundations. Sequels often reuse foundations. If the foundation is flawed and not rebuilt, the same cracks resurface. That's to the people that keep thinking that just transferring over to Unreal Engine, everything's going to change. Not necessarily. It depends on the developer. When fans say they know more than you do, is that a valid argument? Not automatically. Developers know internal constraints. Fans know historical standards and consumer expectations. Expertise does not make a product immune to criticism. Expertise does not make a product immune to criticism. And customers don't need to know how to code to recognize missed death. And customers do not need to know how to code to recognize missing death. Is questioning a studio the same as rooting for them to fail? No. That's emotional framing. Wanting deeper systems is not sabotage. Wanting authentic representation is not hostility. The strange thing is people who demand more often want the game to succeed the most. Exactly. Why do some fans attack critics instead of addressing the criticism? Why do some fans attack critics instead of addressing the criticism? Because attacking the person is easier than defending the systems. Because attacking the person is easier than defending the system. If someone points out no inside fighting death, weak referee logic, shallow AI tendencies, limited career systems, it's easier to say you're negative than to counter with evidence. Is it fair to expect innovation if a studio sold over 1 million copies? Is it fair to expect innovation if a studio sold over 1 million copies? More so, yes. Sales create responsibility. Sales create responsibility. Revenue should translate into expanded teams, better tech, systems upgrade, long-term vision. If growth doesn't follow success, fans will question allocation. That's not conspiracy, that's business logic. When devs say fans are unrealistic, what does that mean? It usually means expectations exceed current product capacity. But here's the problem. Modern gamers have seen what's possible across genres. They've seen dynamic AI, deep franchise modes, layered presentation systems. So unrealistic often means beyond what we're currently prepared to build. So unrealistic often means beyond what we're currently prepared to build. That's not the same as impossible. Is transparency always real transparency? Not necessarily. There's a difference between controlled communication, strategic messaging, selective answers, full system breakdown transparency. Talking is not the same as revealing pipeline constraints, staffing structure, or long-term architectural plans. Fans use Fans confuse visibility with vulnerability. Why does engine why does engine switching calms fans so quickly? Why does engine switching calms fans so quickly? Because it sounds like a structural change. But engines don't design AI behavior trees, fix-it authenticity, tendency matrix, career depth. People do. An engine is a tool. Vision and manpower determine results. Are fans allowed to use past sports games as benchmarks? Absolutely. Absolutely. If a 2004 game had deep sliders, advanced franchise systems, detailed stat tracking, broadcast style presentation, then asking why a modern title isn't unreasonable. Technology improved, expectation rose. What's the difference between skepticism and conspiracy thinking? What's the difference between skepticism and conspiracy thinking? Skepticism uses evidence and invites verification. Conspiracy ignore counter evidence and assumes hidden intent without proof. If someone can independently check your references, that's skepticism. If they can't, that's theory. Big difference. Why does repetition bother people so much? Because repetition keeps pressure alive. Repetition keeps pressure alive. Poe, you keep repeating yourself. Repetition keeps pressure alive. If the topic fades, the issue fades. If repetition signals this still matters, that makes people uncomfortable, especially if they moved on emotionally. Is emotional tone automatically invalid? No. Emotional doesn't cancel logic, but emotion without structure weakens credibility. Passion plus documentation equals strong positioning. Anger without receipts equals easy dismissal. What is the most grounded position a fan can take? What is the most grounded position a fan can take? A, my answer. Don't idolize studios. Don't demonize them either. Track promises. Track delivery. Compare to marketing standards. See criticism systems. Focus, not personal. That's it. All right. Let me see what y'all saying, and I think that's gonna be the end of the show. Let me see. Y'all might draw me back in. Yeah, pour their mind into a video game. Yup. Yeah, I think. Let me see. I'm trying to what? Cause I don't want to cheat nobody. All right, I did an hour. That's pretty decent. I did an hour and a half. All right, y'all. Hopefully tomorrow I feel a little better. I'm not sick. I'm just, deflated. I know Don D. I know. Shout out to Don D 205. Shout out to John Taught Me. Shout out to Lamont Davis 89. Shout out to Boxing Lounge. Salute. Shout out to Unprecisely_1. Shout out to Box Eye View for coming through. Shout out to JMMA. He was the first one here today. He popped in. Shout out to JMMA. Yeah, just feel defeated, and that it bothered me because when it's like when you have respect for somebody, and then you see them do something out of the ordinary that you're like, yo, what the heck? It's like you see. I'm gonna use. No, I ain't gonna. I was gonna use the wrong thing, especially for the show. But it's like you had a friend that's real tough. He always, he was actually beating and robbing people. Just say you had that friend, and then you see him get because he was beating up on everybody, but then he get the brakes beat off him. You're never gonna see him the same way again. You're gonna be like, oh man. That it like gutted me when jokers was like coming at me. Yeah, Pace one, I appreciate you. Box out you, I appreciate you. That means you was here the whole time. Appreciate you. Yeah, shout out to Don D again, Don D 205. He's back on the internet. I mean, he's back on Instagram. Don D 205. He's on Twitch. His show is at 12 a.m. If you catch him, please catch him, or just when you go on Twitch, just join his Twitch. Even if you're not gonna be there, just join it. Don D 205, please. And let me see. Shout out to AJ Pax. I talked to him earlier. Shout out to Leafy, pound for pound boxing game. Shout out to the Beast. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to y'all. Hopefully I can spin it around. I ordered shirts for this show. I ordered shirts. I was gonna surprise you, but I ordered shirts. I got my logo on my shirt. It's like a big logo. So I was gonna advertise the shirt and see how that looks. Try to make my show more professional and all that type of stuff. All right, real quick. Too many islands. These indie developers need to come together. See, you thinking like I'm thinking. And when you say indie developers, you talking about Love C Shorty, and Leafy and all these little 1 or 2 guys. Yeah, they need to come together. I said that. Love C. Oh, and Claymont. If Claymont Cut and Love C Shorty come together, Bloody Knuckles, they come together, man, there'll be a force. And I know what you're saying. I'm gonna talk about that. I guess I'll talk about that tomorrow. All right, to the next show. I've been eating prunes, so I'm really trying to get out the way. Yeah, that'll be Claymont Cut and Love C Shorty board. That would be like boom. That'd be the ultimate development because they'll start pulling in the other guys. Yeah, so yeah, shout out to everybody, and that's a good question. Shout out to y'all, man. Peace. I'm about to go talk to the porcelain. All right, peace. Till tomorrow.